Welcome back, everyone. Today you will learn how program remembers things and talk to the users. We will declare variables, read inputs from keyboards, safely convert them into numbers, and print the result to console. So let's get started. First thing first, when you download the resources, you will see that there is a module variable here. You will have 3 folders inside of it: after, assets, and before. In the assets, you will see the documentation for what you can follow by yourself if you are stuck, and here you can preview that assets. Now in your before folder, you will see that there is a program which is simple. It's just creating the new project, nothing crazy there. And then there is also the project. We will start with this one. So let's get things starting with the steps. So first thing we want to do is go to this program.cs and then get rid of this code. And here we want to type a Console.WriteLine, and we want to say enter your name. This is the smallest program that you can run. So as we explained before, you can just click this one, and if you see this pop up, then you just trust the folder and that's it. Now we can close this one and start it again. DevKit is processing everything. Visual Studio is trying to run our program, and here we will see that the execution is under continuous, and you will see that there are a couple of comments, but this is the important part, which is enter your name. If we want to display our name, how can we do it? So first thing is to do is create a variable. What is a variable? Variable, it's just a box in memory. For example, a string, a text, or int, a number, or whatever. But it's just a box in the memory that you can save things. So to declare a variable in C#, you just have to do string the name. You can call it name with lowercase, you can call it name with uppercase, you can call it with underscore name, like this, but you cannot call it like this. It needs to be a version that works with C#. So let's call it name, and then we have to make it empty if we want to, and this will say that there is a variable in memory that is empty, but if we leave it like this, it's still empty. This is not declared yet. There is a null memory allocated. So now if we want to read the data from the user keywords, we have to do name equal Console.ReadLine, and here we say give me your name or something that can identify whatever you want to read, or we can leave it empty, and this will give us the string name. There is another option, which is to just make it in one line, and this is to do it like this. And this is the easiest options, because whatever you read from the keyword, it's automatically created in memory and saved in memory. So this is a better options than before. The next thing is how can we ask about the age. So let's say Console.WriteLine and say I want to know what age the user is. So in this case, we can say please write your age or enter your age. This will show this message on the console, but after user types it, we want to save it, and we want to save it as a number because user needs to provide a number. So in this case, we say string, we want age, and then we want to console read line, and then we close it. The reason why this is string is because read line always will provide you a string. It doesn't matter if it's an empty string or it's null string, but it's going to be a string. So what should we do to convert it to a number? One thing is we have to specify here needs to be a number, which is an int. and then we say parse, and we say please provide the age, and this will give us an int age number, and then we can equal it with this one. There is a squeeze line there, a yellow line, which says that there is another reference argument. So if you just clicked enter here, it's going to be null and this will break, but we will explain this in a bit. So now we want to type whatever we have here, we want to type it to the user. So Console.WriteLine, and we say hello, and we say plus because we want to concatenate this message with whatever user has typed it. So we say name. There is another option. I will also provide it here, which is string concatenation, and this is the easiest for me because if you put a dollar at the start, this dollar, then you can say hello, and whatever curly braces you have inside of this is going to be concatenated all together. So if I type name here, then I will have everything in one line. I will comment this out, but in the end, it's the same thing. This is the preferred way nowadays. After this, we want to say, okay, do I want to have a new line here? Or I can just extend it and say your age is, and you can provide the here age number. There are two options here. One option will be to just provide the age, but this option will be a string and the age cannot be a string. We will do another example of this one, but you need to convert this into a string before. So if we save this one, file and save, or just Control S, and then we run this one, and here Visual Studio is running everything, and it says please enter your name, and I can say my name is Aviol. Please enter your age, and I can say I am 32, and it says back for us, hello Aviol, your age is 32, and the program is finished. Everything works fine. But there is a problem, and I can test this one. So if I run this again, starting everything, it's running everything, my name is Aviol, enter, but if I say or something, whatever, and I type enter, the program terminates directly because there is an exception. There is an error in which it says that string, this one, is not the current format, because here we are saying that please convert this string into a number, but this is not a number. So what can we do to make this much better? First thing first is we already know this is a string, always will be a string, but into here I can comment this. We will get into comments in a bit. If I want to do age number, I have other methods, which are TryParse is one of them. This one will try to convert our string into something that we want to save it into age, and we want to do it as an int age number. And this, as you can see here, this is returning a bool, but the result is this one. Again, you can see that the output is result, but the actual method execution is converting a bool. What is a bool? It's just true or false. This is the input that we are getting. And now, to be safe, we want to do first come here and say converted. This is a variable that we have assigned it to it, or we can say that, yeah, this is a valid conversion. And if we have a valid, then what we want to do is cut this one and put it inside. And I'm just formatting it. And here we are going to write this line only if this is a valid execution and conversion of TryParse. If it's not, then we can say else, and here we can say please Console.WriteLine, and then this is not a valid age, program is finished. And if we control save or command save and run it, now we will see that our program has started, and it says this is the previous execution. So we will come back to this one, and I say my name is Aviol, and if I do like this, now it says that this is not a valid age, program is finished, but we don't have the error anymore. Even though our program is finished, it's not throwing the error, it's just trying to parse our age into a number, and if it cannot do it, then it says go here. So if we put a breakpoint here and a breakpoint here, now we can try to debug it. If we click on this one and say debug project associated with this, and it's going to start the Visual Studio Code, and it says enter your name. So what I can do is type Aviol here, and it says enter your age. If I do a correct number, then it's going to breakpoint into my Console.WriteLine hello line here, the correct one, because the validation, as you can see, the validation here is true, which means that the conversion, the TryParse here, has worked perfectly. And then we continue. This is the pop-up that is going to show you how to navigate through the running process. I can just type F5 if I want to, or I can just click this button over here and it's going to continue. So again, Aviol, and then age 32, and then it comes here, and then I can continue, and then it prints out hello Aviol, your age is 32, and the program is finished. But if I do another case, if I run this again, and if I say yes, my name is Aviol, but I am 30 or something, it says the validation here is false, which means the TryParse hasn't done the work because the age is a string, it's not a number. It cannot convert it into a number. So now it says this is not a valid age. And now I can just click continue, and our program, it prints out the error message. But it didn't close, it didn't crash. The program finished until the end, and everything is working just fine. So now, just to explain a couple of things, is what is this line? Why it's not printed somewhere? This is a comment. If you have // it means that everything after the slash for that line is comment. It's not going to run, it's not going to execute. It's just here in the code so you can see something. And here is the same. If I want to do a comment with multiple lines, I can do it like this. So I have /* and */, and here I can do first line, and here is the second line. But this is multiple line, this is single line. And just to wrap up everything, today you learned how to capture input from the user, store it in a variable, which is name or age. Then you learned how to convert it into a number. This is unsafe way, and this is the safest way you can convert. And then you printed out the information that the variables have, or an error to the user, so user can understand what happened. With this said, see you next time.